Hey guys, Sprainprey here, and welcome back to the German Empire. I'm actually not Sprainprey anymore, I'm just a homeless dude. So yeah, we're going to continue on here with our Great War as the former Austrians, now the Greater Germany Empire. Greater German Empire. Anyway, we're going to split our navy in half here, and we're going to go kick ass by Ottoman Navy. Now we should have no problem crossing here and getting over and killing that army. I'll send those dudes there, and then we'll send these two armies here and here. But I think besides that, we're probably going to want to leave one sizable stack over here, but then the rest, they can all come with us. What we've got here is probably plenty to fend off any more Spanish attacks. So let's go focus on the Ottoman. Once we defeat the Ottoman here in the Balkan area, we're going to move the fleet to block him from crossing in Constantinople. And we are going to then turn our attention to the north of the Black Sea, where we will invade Russia and the rest of, whoever up there. So there go a good portion of our dudes. Okay, we can take these guys now. That 87 I'm going to leave to put down any revolts that happen to pop up here and there. Alright, we're going to want to send some people to go unsiege this and harass this dude. Pretty sure the Ottomans are even more backwards than us. They're actually not too bad. They're 2 techs ahead of Russia, but they're like 8 techs behind us still. Italy, not happy with how things are going. Yeah, we keep losing in Suez, obviously. Poor Egypt, just trying to fight for us. Not really working out for them. Oh well. But yeah, if we blockade this Constantinople area here, then they won't have any way to get to us. Alright, I'm going to send a boat here so we can drop some dudes off in Sardinia. I'm going to send this navy to try to go fight that 8 stack here. Let's see if we can catch them. There we go. Bye-bye, boats. Alright, and now we're going to go blockade the Constantinople/Istanbul area. We're about to finish our education tech, so hopefully that is just going to give us a little bit of a boost there. Let's grab aeronautics. Oh shit. Do the Ottomans know how to use gas? Like, what the fuck? No. Somehow we still almost lost. They're going to this. Maybe we can get there before them. Yeah, we made them attack us in the mountains and we got a dig in. Yeah, so that's just going to reduce them to nothing. Alright, the Great War Machine saunters on. Don't know how they all ended up in one province, but I would suggest, yeah, it's probably that. Usually it's the hunting rebels is to blame. Alright, we're just going to have to keep our eye over here, because every once in a while the damn Spanish are going to come bother us. But that shouldn't be for too much longer. Well, the USA is not doing too hot against them in their mainland, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and put some dudes on the coast here, and maybe we'll drop this army off inside of Spain. But yeah, with this navy here, we've stopped any Ottomans from coming across. So the only way for them to get is to go over here, so we can push this one front later on over here. I feel bad for China, because China is losing against France, which we can't help them against. It's too bad that they won't call us in. They're not smart enough to do that. Oh well. But yeah, we are going to be able to help USA, hopefully, take over Spain. For some reason, Italy is over here fighting us. Alright, I'm going to take all of these armies that are done sieging stuff. And we're going to assign them some new objectives. If we can completely take over the Balkans over here, then we can just ignore them from now on, besides maybe revolts here and there. But we're going to definitely want to beat up and stop the Ottoman over here. They've been really abusing Greece, which we're going to punish them for right now. And we're going to unsiege Greece for Greece. Poor Greece, this is why they can never afford to pay debts, is because the dang Turks always in their land. That's the real reason. That's the real reason they never tell you. Elections finished. We're destroying these guys. We're killing the Spanish, getting them out of here. Gonna attack the Spanish again over there. Just gonna keep on beating the Spanish down. And they'll probably learn their lesson eventually. Alright, let me grab the transports out of this. Oh, not split in half, damn it. Transports. Okay. I'm going to take these transports and merge them in this navy. We just got to make sure that they don't catch us out here with a dumb navy, because they will kill us. If they have a dreadnought versus, you know, just our little itty-bitty ships. Okay, we've got our ships all put together here. Let's, yeah. Okay, so these armies here should all fit on there. Hopefully, yeah, it looks like the USA has got a couple of these things together. How's Spain doing on military technology? It's probably pathetic. Pretty pathetic. It's not as pathetic, obviously, but it's pretty pathetic. You pretty much want to, you know, especially as a landlocked nation, so maybe they focused on other things that are, you know, more valuable to them in their mind. But it's pretty clear that the land force technology is what's most important right now. All right, let's go kill this stupid one little tiny stack here. There we go. Alright, I'm going to put this 44 stack in Rome just to chill. Alright, these guys are full. Let's drop them off. I'm going to drop it off. Can I drop... What is this? Oh, that's an inland province. Fuck. Alright, but there. Yeah, we're going to drop it off on their face right there. Did we take a -2 for that? Nope, but we did get their dig in. Unfortunate. But yeah, that should be able enough to let... This should be plenty of forces to defeat this Spanish menace here. Again, I believe we have some issues here with this being like some sort of rebel hunt problem. All right, we're going to want some relatively balanced armies here. It's not really working out too well. We have a shit ton of artillery. But let's just beat up these big armies here all together now. Let's see, how much artillery do we have? Like, almost twice. Yeah, we have way too much artillery. Alright, I'm going to send half of those guys to engage there, and then the other half can go engage up here. So yeah, we definitely need more infantry. The tanks are cool, though. Oh, the Ottomans are getting reactionaries. Interesting. I'm tempted to let them keep the capital, but I would rather not have to deal with them flipping or anything strange during the war. So we might just let them, just kill them for them, which might seem merciful, but we're actually going to just, you know, brutally siege them and kill them right afterwards. So don't feel bad. Alright, we need to send at least one army to go over there and beat them up. And then the rest can come over here. And once we've got this all sieged, then we can start making moves towards the other side here, which will be against the Russians. And it looks like we're going to have to do a little bit of pushing them back, but they haven't really gotten much on us right now because they've been focusing mostly over here, it seems. Looks like the Italians are losing pretty hard over there, which is sad. Okay, I don't see the Spanish armies anymore, but hopefully that means the USA was smart enough to chase them down and kill them all. Alright, we got a pretty effective siege going on over there. I think we can afford to route some of these troops towards the Russians now. Alright, let me send these 3 armies over here. Okay, and make sure that we kill this here. And this is going to Metz, so let's go siege them there, or fight them there. But yeah, we got a pretty good force headed in over here. Oh, we got a big Italian force fighting us randomly. How do you like that -4 dig-in, bro? Let's watch them lose. Yeah, they're losing horribly, and the US reinforced us too. Retards. Dee-dee-dee. I mean, thanks for giving us the free war score and stuff, you know? I appreciate that. Let's go park an army over here in Gibraltar, or Navy rather. Let's park the Navy in Gibraltar so that they can't cross any more units from their stupid colonies. We're going to want to put this army out of its misery. Alright, looks like they've pretty much given up over here. I don't really want to help. I don't think I can really either. Oh well, let's send an army back here to mop that up. I'm sending more troops over here. Looks like the Russians are going somewhere. Sweden's finally come across to help, you bastards. You'd think they'd want to come, you know, rescue their Finns, but I guess not. Alright, we killed that. Alright, we have pretty much everything over here taken. Let's kill this 19 stack here. I just really want to eliminate them so that they're not a problem anymore. Can we get an army onto this? No, I guess those 2 stack will just stay there. Alright, I'm going to split this in half and kill that. Alright, and we're going to start gathering these troops to go do something else. Alright, we'll send that 41 to kill that. Alright, and then the rest of these guys, we're going to start forming a line against the Russians. As best we can. Okay, I don't see any more kebab anywhere over here. We're going to push then. More troops. These big old tank divisions. Alright, let's get these guys up there. We're going to start taking over the capital of Russia. And we're going to have to start thinking about what we actually want to take now, too. Alright, let's pay attention to what's going over in here in Spain. We're going to want to send our armies to siege more. How are they doing over here? It looks like USA is invading these colonies, which is it's good of them. Good, good, good. It's a lot of center of Italy, or of Africa that Italy has. Let's see what the USA does now. Oh, they're going to go help us siege up here. Thank you. Oh, looks like they are going to get China some independence shits over here. Sure, Brazil, do you want to come help? Cool. Wow, Paraguay, you're pretty big, bro. But, wow, that's a really big Paraguay. What the hell? They have Argentina cores. Like, my god. Wow. It's a very interesting South America. South America. This is where all of our infantry is now. We're gonna kill these rebels trying to unsiege our hard sieged land. We got aeronautics done, good. So we'll probably get those airplanes sooner or later. Let's grab the diplomatic influence bonus here. Alright, so Spain, their empire is pretty bleh, you know? Portugal is their ally, I guess. Yeah. So they got Brunei. And they have the Philippines. And they have some of this Dutch shit. So maybe we'll take that from them. That'd be good. I'd like colonies. So we'll see what we can get from Spain. Italy will probably take everything from them except for Rome. If we can. Ottomans, we'll probably take their share of the Balkans. And try to unite ourselves around here. Obviously, Istanbul we're not going to be able to take because that's their capital, but maybe we'll hack it. Because it's kind of dumb. Like, for instance, we can't take... like, it's just dumb that you can't take the capital. Like, why can't we finish off London? We should have taken the entire island, damn it. There's no logical reason why we wouldn't have taken over the capital. Alright, and we're just going to keep on moving forward here in the Russian front. Now, I see the Ottomans are beating up the Persians a little bit. Well, kind of sucks to be them, I guess. Alright, these armies are finished. Let's establish a nice line of defense over here. I'm going to leave this army. We're going to go kill this in Athens for them. Okay, and then I'm going to send these armies... Well, I guess we might as well start attacking the other side. Why not? We don't have to worry about them beating us or anything. That we shouldn't have left. Send an army to take care of that. And send an army to thwart those guys in the mountains. Looks like it's be a pretty even fight. Alright. Spain pretty much on their knees now. We now can build airplanes. Great. Let's queue up some airplanes. Airplanes are nice. They help with sieges. Alright. So let's start adding some war goals here and there. We're definitely going to want to take whatever this is here, the Bosnia part. Okay. That's pretty expensive. Now we want to be careful with what we take here. I mean, Albania is okay, but we want to be careful, you know, where the Greek cores are, because we don't want them pissed at us. So we'll take probably Albania as well. We probably want Montenegro. Alright, the Italians are using their navy to move troops here and there. Let's kill those. They're trying to unsiege their capital. I'm sure they're not very happy. Let's take their war exhaustion, 95%. Woo! That's a lot of war exhaustion. Alright, what land do we want from Russia? Well, obviously we want this here, Georgia. So let's add Georgia. And then what other states we got? Probably want to take Caucasia. Gonna want to unstop them there and siege up the rest of this. My hope is that as we liberate some of these allies over here, that we can get a little more help out of them. Italy still begging peace. I'm still gonna just whisper in their ear, no. Yeah, like you can see Switzerland kind of rebuilding their armies. And hopefully the USA will go do something constructive once we finish the sieges here. France swipe peace with China. Finally. Alright, these armies are all done. Let's get some dudes on the ground over here. We've got Brazil helping out, Netherlands helping out, everybody kind of going to help out over here. Persia's really getting beat because of the big armies over here that finished with China recently, so hopefully we can help them with that before they get too weak to really be of any use. Alright, we need to go reconquer Sicily. I'm going to start just moving troops back onto the ships here. And building new units in the Isle of Man, not very good idea, I guess. Actually have some pretty reasonably balanced units over here. You might want to pick those up when we get the chance. Alright, so what do we want from Spain? That's a good question. I mean, I would take all their Philippines, I guess. How many states is this? 2? Yeah. Not bad, not bad. We don't want to add those too early, though, because, well, we could probably piece Spain out for just that, right? So let's do that, and then we'll peace Spain out, and then our guys will be black flagged so we can just walk home. Alright, that's one. I'm not really trying to take over any of Spain's actual land. They're not even a great power anymore. Borneo is actually pretty big. So let's take that. Is that like the entire thing? We need North Borneo too. Alright, let's just take both of these islands. That'd be fine with me. We can make them repay debts. Alright, North Borneo, please. Alright, and then we just want the rest of the Philippines from them. How are we doing against Russia? Doing pretty good. Not really making much progress because I keep forgetting to do stuff over here, but luckily our allies are actually doing stuff now. Okay, let's go back to Spain. Well, let's see, we had the L one, which is the north one, I believe. We need the the M one. Okay, now let's see if Spain will peace out. Alright, so we're going to take these 4 provinces from them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, was there anything else good that we really cared for from them? Not really. I mean Cuba, but meh, I don't even really care. Alright, Spain, you get peace. Damn it! Oh god, that's so annoying. Why didn't I add that? Ugh. Okay. Well, here we'll just we'll do some quick on the fly hacks before the end of this episode. There we go. Damn it. Alright, well, whatever. We will add that, because that was a mistake, obviously. They would have given it to us, no problem. I'll add that before the end of the episode, or after the episode is over now, because we've been going long enough. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Spray and pray out.